Shalom, family. Shalom. I hope everybody is doing well. All right. All right. My visit. Hi, Loretta. Loretta is here. Yeah. Yeah. Came to visit. You got you got some timing, girl. All right, y'all. I hope everybody is doing well. Boy, what a year. We're just going to talk for a bit. I got a few things to go over with you. And we got 151 people in here. So I guess I can begin. All right. Okay. All right. Starting with number one, I have a few trolls coming in where I was thanking people for PayPal, Cash App, and some of you preferred a mail and a money order. And by the way, that picture, that is just a stock photo. It's not the actual photo of donations that I get. And they are like, well, who do you donate to? Now, if you've been around YouTube, you know I have given super chats to people. Recently, I have given Tareen Rain. I gave him a super sticker. I have done that with a variety of people on YouTube. I have one Hebrew brother that's unemployed. I have contributed to him. I have contributed to remember Danye Jones when he was hung? I made a contribution to that. I made a contribution to Tamir Rice when he was killed. Remember the dude that beat up Dylan Roof? When I found out what his commissary was, I gave money to him. And I hope somebody beats up Derek Chauvin in jail so I can give another donation, some more commissary to someone. So if you see those comments, just get rid of them. And if trolls are so concerned about what contributions, how come you're not giving contributions? Okay, stop worrying about what somebody else ain't doing. You get your ass up and do it. So if you got the ability to come and put comments in, which you're not hurting me. And by the way, I will be doing that more often in the comment section. In fact, I'm going to step the shit up. Thank you, Ellen and Shades of Worthy, for the super sticker. In fact, I'm going to step it up on thanking my subscribers. In fact, I'm going to go out there today and thank all of you that have gone to the Better Buggy and you're helping Black farmers. When you go out there, see, look, just from what you did, they were able to now offer a small buggy box. Okay, that comes out of what my subscribers have done and gone over there to support Black farmers. And I'm going to be thanking you for that too. So we don't owe anybody an explanation for nothing. I don't screw any of these folks at night. Thank you, Jonathan Fields and John L. for the super stickers. Thank you, Jerome Simmons, and yeah, I already thanked John L. So anyway, we don't owe any. If somebody is concerned about donations, you set your channel up for donations for anybody you want. What are you doing over here? Since it's your thought and your idea, you go do those things. Why are you coming to somebody else to do it? So unfortunately, we got pocket watchers within the Hebrew community. And I guess they think they're on to something. They are actually on to nothing and going to fall flat on their faces. So when you see those comments in there, just if you're a moderator, you can block that person. And that's what I'm requesting that you do. Just block them. Don't respond to them. Just block them. Thank you, Brother Sly, for the super sticker. So, ladies and gentlemen, there have been many things going on, and I want to inform you. of some of the things going on behind the scenes with me. My husband got COVID, and he got the UK version of it. We were able to isolate within the house, and no one else got it. Thank you, Maccabee, OG, and Mr. Pirate Brain for the super chat. So we got through it. It was tough. It was 2 weeks of isolation. He didn't have to go to the hospital. He was actually asymptomatic. And, I don't know whether I got it or not. If I did, I must be asymptomatic too, because y'all, I never showed any symptoms at all. And neither did my son. Nobody in my household showed symptoms. He tested positive, but showed no symptoms. So either we didn't get it, or everybody in my house was asymptomatic. But we got through it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anastasia. Thank you so much for the super sticker. But we got through it, and yes, we do the tea, we do the supplements. Right now, I'm detoxing. I don't know if any of you detox. I have been detoxing. I started a 7-day detox about 2 days ago, and I'm still on that path of detoxing. And I feel okay. Thank you, Miss Abby L. Thank you. Thank you for you look, you do many things for me. You guys encourage me, and you're always updating me on things going on. And I deeply appreciate you. And of Yah, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate all of you. Mathron Nixon, thank you so much for the super sticker. You know what? My grandfather's name was Mathon. So when I looked at your name, I had to do a double take. I was like, somebody else got that name? But yours is slightly different. No, you got to understand, the demon is always going to show up and do things, and make assumptions that you're not doing things, and talking about, I need to announce that. What channel do you go to and everybody is announcing all donations they make? People don't do that. So what am I supposed to do? Get on my channel? I gave a super sticker to Phil. I gave Tareen Rain a super sticker. What? Come on, nobody does that. Thank you, Ezra, for the super sticker. No one does that on YouTube, and I'm not going to do it either. So, ladies and gentlemen, Prince Philip died of the royal family. And I just want to say something about that, because several people sent me an email. I do not follow the royal family. Thank you, Mark Brown, for the a super chat. I almost said super sticker. I don't follow the royal family. I mean, I do appreciate y'all, and I know you mean well, and I'm not going to get mad over it, but I'm not going to be reporting on the death of Prince Philip, because the royal family, to me, as a Hebrew woman, is of no significance to me. And they're not real royals anyway. They're hand appointed from Germany. And you saw what Queen Elizabeth tried to claim her background was Hebrew and Egyptian. And we know that's all a lie. So why would I give homage or even acknowledge anything like that? Look, I would rather report on DMX, to be honest with you, over Prince Philip. If I had to report on somebody that's in bad shape right now, I would do DMX any day over Prince Philip. And that's the truth. So, I mean, come on, y'all. Look at how deep the royal family was into slavery. That's where damn near all their money came from, off the backs of Black people. Why would I care about anybody in that royal family? I did the live stream on it. Many of you are fully aware of how deep they were in the slave trade. They wouldn't be a rich family today if it wasn't for the slave trade. And that is the truth. So, no, I don't have any interest in reporting on that. That man ain't done nothing for black folk. Danielle Polnitz, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I mean, come on. What do the royal family do for black folk other than sell our people to become rich? Okay. Yeah, they got trillions. They got trillions from slavery. That's where all of their damn money came from. Thank you, Danielle Meyer, for the super chat. Yeah, I mean, I never followed them. They're not interesting to me. See, they're interesting to people that don't know the history on them. Thank you, Joseph Washington, for the super sticker. You're one of my longtime subscribers too. And and these folks, thank you, Al Red. I knew somebody with a last name Red. I worked with them, and it was a black woman, and she was actually very attractive. I don't have any interest in that royal family because I know what their history is in slavery. And yeah, they would be racist. I mean, you sold slaves, you made a whole career out of selling slaves for a living. Why would you not be a racist family? I mean, look at how you felt about black folks. You sold them like animals. And they were steep in slavery down in the islands too. So I don't know. How do I have high regards for people like that? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'm sorry. No, rise of health consciousness. I did not hear about DMX taking the jab. Over on the news, they didn't even mention anything about him taking the jab. They always want to talk about the drugs and alcohol he did, but and talk about his past. And I'm not interested in that, because anytime they talk about one of us, they want to bring up your past. I saw one article on the Washington Post talking about all the homes he lost. Well, so what? He ain't the only celebrity that ever lost a home. I don't care about that. And his criminal past. You see, that's why we need the new black media, so that we can tell the stories our way. The mainstream news is just racism on steroids for the government. That's all they are. They're a mouthpiece for the government. So they're going to talk down on us every chance they can get. That's why everybody should have stopped watching mainstream news a long time ago. And if you got a TV and you're still watching it, watch something else. There's many things to watch. You don't need no news from these folks. They're not going to tell the truth about nothing anyway. But yeah, I've been watching DMX. I just haven't said anything. I know a couple of days ago he went on life support, and they're supposed to test his brain activity to see whether or not he is really gone or not. And that was supposed to actually have been done on Wednesday. I don't know if they have said anything about the results of that. I haven't heard nothing. But you know them, they're going to always talk about the bad things that he has done and not really focus on, what's going on with him. But you see how the media is. I promise you, if it was a white man or a white entertainer in a vegetative state, they would be glorifying them right now. And any bad or wrongdoing they have in their past, they won't even bring it up. But a black man, they'll do that to a black man all day and all night. That's how they are. But I do pray for DMX. He got 15 children. 15 children. That man, well, he was busy. And look, whether somebody is in the truth or not, especially if they're from our community, I still pray for them. You know, you never know at what point in time a person might wake up. You never know. Yeah, he got 15 children, y'all. But that part I did know about. I always knew he had a lot of children. You know, I knew he had a lot of children. Yeah, I did hear about Midwin Charles. She died shortly after getting the jab. I did hear about that. And she was a legal commentator on MSNBC. And she was on the Joy Reid show quite a few times. Every now and then I'll click in her video and I would see her on there. But I don't particularly care for Joy Reid that much. You know, if she got a good topic that she's talking about, I might watch part of the video, but I don't care for Joy Reid. So I don't watch her a lot. In fact, there's not really anybody on MSNBC that I can say I like a lot. You know, at the end of the day, it's mainstream news. And any black people they got on there, they're just part of white supremacy too. I mean, they couldn't have a job like that unless they were. Shalom to you, Shirley Green. Yeah, I don't care for Joy Reid at all. Yeah, I mean, she's okay, but I could not watch her all the time. Okay, y'all, I'm going to show y'all something that came out in the LA Times, but it was not reported on in mainstream news because they're trying to prop up all this. We got the vaccine, enough people are vaccinated, the numbers have gone down, and we can open everything back up. So that's the high they're on right now. And they're sooner or later, they're going to have to come down from that high because everything is surging up in the country. So, you know, even their best Oscar performance, they're going to have to face reality. That's the way I see it. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, y'all. Give me a 1 if you can see the screen. I want to make sure everybody can see it. Yeah, I did see a white woman that no longer have any control over her body, and she's just waddling all over the place, no bodily control. And she said that happened right after she took the jab. And they said there's another woman that was hospitalized the same way, and they both took the Moderna jab. And now they have never been the same since. My brother works at a job, and he said, thank you, Misfits 1989, for the super chat. And he was telling me someone on his job got the jab, and this was a guy, one of the guys he worked with, and he told him that since he got the jab, he's had a massive headache, and he's been taking over the counter stuff, but he said it just kind of dull out the headache, but the headache has been ongoing since he got the jab. And he said he has not felt the same. And he said that was enough to shake him up. He said he was never getting that jab. And that was somebody my brother works with. So let me go ahead and share this with you. I hope everybody can see this. Okay, there we go. Okay. This came out in the LA Times, April 6, 2021. Double mutant coronavirus variant found in California. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the only other place this double mutant variant was found was in India. But see, now that they have lifted a lot of the restrictions, people are now traveling worldwide again. And they're, of course, if you got both jabs, they said you can go anywhere you want in the world. So I guess it's a way of encouraging people. Oh, well, if you want to travel and go anywhere you want, get the jabs. Hell no, I just won't travel. Okay, you're not going to force my hand. So this came out, like I said, April 6, 2021, a possibly worrisome variant of the coronavirus first identified in India. So knew that it has no official name. So this double mutant doesn't have a name yet, but they know it's in California. It has been found in California by scientists at Stanford University. Nickname double mutant variant by BBC and others. The variant is sparking concern among scientists because it contains not just one, but two worrisome mutations in its genetic composition that has been identified among other variants of concern being tracked by the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention. So this thing is so new. They have no name from it, and it comprised of two variants that have come together. But see, ladies and gentlemen, they've been lying all this time. And how about you want to bet they're going to come out and say, oh, it's no concern about this. The vaccine should cover this too. That's what they're going to try to say. That's what they're going to try to say. The existence of the newly discovered variant was first disclosed by India's government on March 24th. So this is very recent, y'all. Very recent when they have discovered this. So that just go to show you, it was discovered in India on March 24th, and this is April 9th, and it's already in America. Okay, the new variant is responsible for roughly 15 to 20% of the new coronavirus cases in India. A day later, on March 25th, the Stanford lab identified the same variant in a coronavirus sample taken from a patient in the San Francisco Bay Area. Now, I don't know what the ethnicity of this person is because they don't tell you in the story. On the 25th, we actually got our sequence back and found that, wow, this is actually the same variant that they're talking about in India. This is the same one. So this rapid spread across the globe is pretty impressive and also a bit concerning. The Stanford lab identified one confirmed case of the new variant and 7 preemptive cases among samples from patients in the San Francisco Bay. So more than likely, more people got this. They just tested and found it in one, and they suspected in several others. That's what they're saying. None of the other variants being monitored by the federal officials have the same combination of these two mutations, known as L45R and E484Q. The latter, which is closely related, more well-known mutant as E484K. How the hell do these people think they're going to reach herd immunity when now you can have two variants come together and be a completely new coronavirus? Wow. But they said this thing is pretty powerful, y'all. So if it's in California, it's got to be in other places in the country. I doubt if it's just California only. I really do. All right, the L45R, the L452R mutation became well known in California as one found in the California variant, resulting in a strain that is believed to make the virus more infectious and might cause reduced immunity in people who have been vaccinated. So, in other words, that people that got the 2 jabs, this double mutant, it'll be just like you never got any jabs at all. That's what they're saying. Okay, so the E484Q mutation is closely related to the E84K. And they're saying that this have been found in variants first identified in South Africa, Brazil, and New York. The E484K mutation is also concerning because it might give the virus the ability to partly evade the immune system's protection response among inoculated people or those who have survived a conventional COVID-19 illness. What we don't know is how those 2 mutations will behave when they're put put up against this vaccine that they got out. They don't know. And I know they're scared because, look, y'all, they are riding everything they got on these vaccines. And if these vaccines fail, it's not like they got something else to fall back on. They have absolutely nothing. The last thing I saw this morning was Moderna was coming out with a booster shot. And they said that, it will be out in the next few weeks, a new booster shot. That's all these people got. It's not like they say, okay, well, we got some meds you can go on if the vaccine failed. They have nothing. The vaccine is all they got. So if this thing fail, America will be in trouble. Big time. But we know that's going to happen anyway. We don't really know how they're going to interact. Stanford lab routinely performed genetic analysis for coronavirus specimens among COVID-19 patients in the Bay Area. They screened for 3 worrisome mutations: L452R, E484K, and N501Y. All right. And that's the New York variant. And I just know that because that's what I hear all the time around here, being close to New York. So the N501Y mutation thought to increase. So they said it's more transmissible. And it's found in the UK variant as well as the South African variant and one of the Brazilian variants, P1. Stanford lab was able to detect the new variant. And even though the lab is designed to detect only the closely related to E484K mutation. So this is scaring them. This is scaring these scientists. When you see this, when you see them reacting this way, it just goes to show you they have control over nothing. They don't have control over anything, y'all. They really don't. A potential nightmare scenario could result from the spread of the variants like the kind that has struck in Brazil. So Brazil also have all kinds of variants and everything there that we don't have in the US. So when you start opening the floodgates and saying everybody can travel and take your vacation, and if you got both jabs, you can travel anywhere in the world, it's going to be a lot of shit that we never seen before brought back to this country when these people come back. They're going to be bringing all kinds of mess back into America now. Okay, the city of Manaus is one of the hardest hit in the world with a conventional strain of the coronavirus. And it now appears that there's a lot of subsequential reinfection with the new Brazilian variant. So they even got a new variant in Brazil. However, immunity produced by vaccines is believed to be better than immunity produced by surviving COVID. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But, you know, they're going to try to uphold these vaccines no matter what. All right. So they're just talking about the manufacturers of these vaccines, Johnson & Johnson, Novavax, and AstraZeneca, were studied in South Africa and showed to reduce the efficacy compared to studies carried out in other parts of the world. The South African B1351 variant wasn't present. However, it is important to note that all vaccines are very effective. No, they're not. No, they're not. So they're gonna keep trying to play up this thing. But I wanted y'all to see this because there is no way in hell they're going to talk about this in mainstream news. And we know that. You know, they want you to believe more people need to get vaccinated, and they're going to just keep playing that up. Those of you that gave super stickers and super chats, when I'm on full screen, unfortunately I can't see you. So let me just go up here. Anointed Hands, thank you so much for the super chat. Jerry Hall, thank you for becoming a new channel member. And Judah Rains, thank you for becoming a new channel member. Thank you so much, everybody. And if I missed you, it was not intentional for me to miss you. Shalom to you, Michelle Harvey. I know I clicked on that by accident, but shalom to you. So everybody, you know, keep doing what you're doing. You know, a vaccine, look, when you go back and look at our forefathers, they survived on this planet without vaccines. They did. They knew what to do. They knew what plants and herbs to pick for certain ailments. And they did not need anything from a lab to survive. People have survived on this planet for millions of years without needing anything from the CDC or Stanford University scientist lab. And, you know, we didn't need that stuff. So it's just a scare tactic when they say, oh, well, you know, people with the jab are better protected than the people that survived COVID and didn't die from it. No, that is so not true. That is not true. That's just a tactic to try to get you scared and running out there to get the jab. See, they're really upset because, see, what has happened in this country, y'all, is unprecedented. They came up with a vaccine and people are saying no. And I think they are astonished that so many people in this country are just telling them no. You know, where in the past, you would have had the vast majority go along with getting whatever they put out. Oh, well, they got a vaccine. Oh my, we got to all get the whole family done. You know, people would have done that many years ago. But now people are not so convinced anymore. So they're all on their, you know, on their mainstream news, and even online, you'll see certain ads geared towards people taking the jab, and people are unmoved and they're not used to that. They don't know what to do about it. So just know and understand, y'all, they are facing something that they never had to deal with before. And that's the herd going along with anything that they have said. And we see that is not happening anymore. Now people are thinking for themselves. And they are awoke enough to know, wait a minute, you know, look at all these side effects and people dying and people getting sick and people, you know, are not the same since they got the jab. And why are you ignoring all of that and trying to talk up opening everything and everybody go out? And ladies and gentlemen, if you go and look, there are businesses already trying to close again because all of their employees are sick. And this is what, about a week since they decided to open everything up. There are places that where all the employees are sick. And look how fast it is. And if you go out, younger people are now being hit hard by coronavirus, and those are the ones ending up in the hospital now. If you didn't see those articles, go out there and look. A lot of people in their 30s and 40s are being hit really hard with these variants, and they're landing in the hospital. So it's not necessarily the old. And see, I think they kind of brought that curse on themselves by saying, remember Trump was saying, oh, the young don't get it, or they get very little. Remember Trump said that? Thank you, Ezra. And look at what's happening now. Now it's hitting the young. My nephew has had it twice, anointed hands, and he's only 20. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and look at what happened in Florida when they started the spring break down there. In 4 days in South Beach, coronavirus jumped up 16,000 people within 4 days when spring break began. But these folks want us to believe everything is fine. Get back out there. You got governors lifting their mask mandates. See, y'all, they don't want to let go, but they're going to have to let go. They're trying to keep themselves in power, and they're trying to hang on for dear life. But we know once judgment is on you, there's no hanging on. If they want to know what's coming for them, just look at what happened to us. That's all you got to do. Look at what happened to us. And he said, your ass is getting double. So we're walking away from 400 years of hell, and they're walking into it. I mean, and never forget that the police, the number one killer of police departments in America, is the coronavirus now. Not even getting shot is number one for them. It's the coronavirus that's killing these cops out here too. But I have to tell you, most cops that I see when I watch some of the videos, they never have masks on. Y'all notice that? They don't wear a mask. There are many out here, and I would see, in fact, I watched one video recently. It was a group of cops standing together, and none of them had a mask on. None of them. Thank you, The Only Lioness, for the super chat. Yeah, but Sister Knit and more, it is not within them to do that. That's why over the centuries, you have never seen them collectively repent. It's not within them to do that. Just know that. It is just, see, it's in us, because that part of the righteousness is within us, but it's not in them. And that's why when things happen, you notice they never show remorse. That's not in them. They're not made up that way genetically to repent. That's why you're not going to see it. Mm-hmm. So y'all just keep doing what you do. Meditate. because that's a big part of what we should be doing in these last days. And just make sure you stay right with our Heavenly Father. Calcified pineal gland. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They're just very different from us. And quite frankly, I don't know why our people are still out here trying to be like them. I really don't. I don't know what is so impressive about it. You know, I don't get it. I mean, what is it that you want? You want to lie like them? You want to burn out in the sun like them? Well, what is it that's impressive to you? I don't get it. You know, be yourself. Be who you are. Don't look at them and imitate them. Thank you, Squally 8830 for the super sticker. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The only thing we need to do is stay out of harm's way because y'all, this summer is going to be treacherous with COVID. Everything they're doing now with lifting all of these restrictions and taking masks off, they're already setting the stage for what their summer's going to be like. And it's going to be bad up in here this summer. It is. So just stay out of harm's way. And whatever you're doing to keep yourself healthy and strong, you stay on that path. That's the best thing for you to do. You know, get your immune built up from, eating the organic food. And, if you can, just eat right and, stay with the supplements and the teas and everything, and you should be fine. We no matter what happens, we have to keep right on living. That's what we have to do. And I did get to talk to the Better Buggy. I had a conference with them over a week ago. Very, very nice, down to earth people. So when you support those Black farmers, they are very hardworking, nice, down to earth, and they're so happy to have such a larger Black clientele. And I'm happy for them. And I did hear, they lost farmland and everything, the usual thing you hear out of the South, and many of them that are doing the better buggy, their families have lost farmland out of racism. And, it's just a beautiful thing that so many of them can come together and do this, do this online delivery. And I did see some of the people from California said they don't deliver there. And I don't know if that's going to change or not, and I think it might be because of a concern of shipping from Atlanta to California, and the vegetables may not be so fresh by the time it reach you. It depends on how they pack everything. They have. It's real. And, and I was talking to one of the owners, and it even happened in their family. So believe me, your support is appreciated. They have come up with, and I know some of you might have seen it in my community tab, because they had the Better Buggy box, and that was $59.99. Well, they have now, because of you, given them the revenue to do more things, they have now come up with a small buggy box that is $39.99, and I think it's $29.99 if you become a subscriber and get it every month. Then you get $10 off. So it's a smaller box of organic vegetables that they are now offering, and I think it's a beautiful thing. They now got more options. You don't have to just buy one box, and I think that will also help bring in more customers by doing that. So I think that was a really clever thing that they did. But I thank all of you for being supporters of these Black farmers. And like I said, I will be posting a thank you in the community tab, because what you're doing is really a great thing. We do need to buy from our own. So if you happen to see anything, because I mean, unfortunately, there's a lot of Black people doing beauty products, and that's all fine and good. But I want you to have the kind of things you can survive on. So if you know of any, like a Black pharmacy online, or even because somebody was asking about meat and eggs, and I don't know if there are any Black butchers online that will ship meats out to you, but those things are worth looking into. We really need to look into the things that will help us survive. Now, beauty products are good. I'm not going to, push those away, but we need to look in a direction where we can lean on each other for essential things. So if there's a Black owned business that are doing toiletries, where you can get toilet paper from them. I know about the laundry detergent. And if they want to do a sponsorship with me, I'm more than willing to advertise them, But we really need to look at Black owners that are doing a lot of essential things. That's the direction I want to go into. So everybody, I'm not going to keep you any longer. We've been on for over 49 minutes. And how you doing, King Obadiah? Shalom to you. Yeah, there may be some, and what I might do is reach out to them and try to get as much information as possible on shipping, like, what areas they do ship in and which ones they don't, which ones are excluded. And maybe that is something I can post in the community tab. That way, ahead before even going over there, whether something can be shipped to you or not. So I will take the time to do that today. Freedom toilet paper. Well, good. I mean, like I said, I will start posting these. If you can find them, I will start posting them in the community tab. At least people will know where to get essential things. And there's a lot of Black women that, make soap and sell a lot of the essential oils. I have come across quite a few out here that do that. Lorna, I guess you must have just came in. I spoke about Prince Philip dying in the very beginning, so you're just going to have to go back and listen. Yeah. Our people can only do their best. Remember, we have been highly sabotaged up in America when it comes down to business. See, they already seen what we can do with Black Wall Street. They already seen what we're capable of doing. So they don't want a repeat of that. Thank you, Black Cobra Ninja 5. Thank you for the super sticker. See, they know what we can do. This is why we have been heavily sabotaged, and banks won't give us loans, even with good credit, for business, because they know what we can do. And if we get into business, we're going to sail right past them. They already know that. That's why they got everything all rigged up and don't want you in the marijuana business and trying to, keep it where you can't make any headway in business. So, so when they come around talking about we don't know how to do this or do that, just remind them they have never matched Black Wall Street. They can't go 10 years without a recession. I think this past time they went 11 years and then hit a recession. And COVID pretty much threw them into an instant recession. But all of the prior years, that was their doing. Mismanaging money, stealing money, and doing all kinds of underhanded things. But remember, Black Wall Street was profitable for 15 straight years. They can't even match that. They can't match it. The Asians have not matched it. The Jews haven't matched it. Nobody has matched that. No one. Okay. So when they try to tell us what we can't do, we know what we can do. If you come to destroy it, then that tells us we were capable of doing it. Oh, Georgina, we already talked about that in the very beginning of the video. So you're just going to have to go back and listen, hon. You know how much I got in my email today about the Prince Philip? And I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. All right, y'all. Please have a wonderful, wonderful day wherever you are in this earth. And we'll definitely come together to do this again. Shalom, family.